talking again to professionals who know, have found that stimulating the nipples is probably one of the most efficient ways if you're trying to do something like that, because it produces oxytocin.
Right.
Hey, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Get Naked podcast with me, Erin Plott.
And me, Dominique Thomason.
My strong hand. Yeah. So this week, we want to throw a little thing out because it's Thanksgiving. And we all know how thankful you guys are that you don't have to touch people, that we do it for you. So we're running a gift card special. Buy one, get one half off.
Woo.
So you can get those in any denomination you want. You can get as many as you want, and they don't expire.
Yeah.
So that's a sweet freaking deal. You can contact us on Facebook through our Facebook page. You cannot buy them online. You cannot go to our website and buy them. It won't work. You actually have to talk to one of us assholes, or one of the other people in the office who might be nicer. I don't know.
Assholes.
But you can message us on Instagram at Massage Mechanics or at
Dee Pookie.
Still love that. That's still the best thing ever. I swear to God. Or you can email us at erin.plott@massagemechanics.com. So, what are you thankful for today, Dominique?
All of the things.
All of the things?
I'm thankful for you.
Oh,
I bet
wow.
you weren't expecting that.
I was not expecting that at all. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And here I am feeling all aflutter.
Right.
So,
Well, you know,
thanks.
it's from where I started to now, like, I would be probably doing nothing because of COVID.
Oh.
And so if you weren't like, hey, you
Hey,
want to have
homie.
lunch?
Hey,
I was like,
homie,
yeah,
you want to
sure,
come?
let's do it.
You want to come join me in my basement? I mean, for
Yeah.
lunch.
For lunch?
And she wasn't scared at all, which was
No.
your first mistake.
Well, you know.
Well, let's see. I'm thankful for a whole bunch of things, but you know, obviously, you guys make coming to work really enjoyable. I'm
Mostly me,
thankful
I
that
know.
Scott puts up with filming this every week. He's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that Eric doesn't mind that I talk about him, or actually, he probably just doesn't know. I think he avoids this
like, he
podcast
doesn't
like the
watch
plague.
this.
Like, he just, you know.
I feel like he would have said something by now and be like, Erin, you can't say
Like,
that
Erin,
shit.
please stop talking about me
Please
on the
stop.
podcast. Like, just stop it, you know. But he hasn't. He hasn't said that yet. So it's a free-for-all. Love it. Love it.
We're doing what we want.
I do what I want. But also, I'm super thankful that it's Thanksgiving. Because that's my favorite holiday. And I'm going to tell you why it's my favorite holiday. And it's because I am a fat kid at heart. I'm such a fat kid at heart. I mean, like, the thought of having a free-for-all day where I can eat everything with no consequences. There are consequences. You know, it makes me happy. Like, I don't have to stress over anything. Yes, I cook, but I like cooking, so that's not a big. I know you're just like, fuck sitting in there for 19 hours.
I really enjoy cooking. Like, baking's more of what I enjoy doing, but it's the length of time of cooking for the amount of time eating is just not proportionate, and that drives me nuts.
See, I make it proportionate. I eat all fucking day. Like, seconds, thirds, dessert, whatever. I don't care.
Do you do like an early morning or like afternoon
We normally do
lunch?
like multiple Thanksgiving meals. Like, there'll be like this year we're doing one at like 11:30 with Eric's parents. It's gonna be like 5 of us. It's like Eric's parents, us, and Addison, and then she goes to her dad's, and we're going to Tennessee. But I'm taking all the leftovers with me to Tennessee, and we're gonna have like another dinner when we get there because. Why not? You know, I mean, otherwise this food's just going to waste, and I'm not about that life. Like, that is not how I roll at all.
Yeah.
So, but it's also, I mean, come on, think about it. Like, Christmas, you've got stress because, like, you got to buy gifts and you got to make sure everything's perfect and all the things, and da-da-da-da, especially if you have kids. Like, there's always that gift that they want, and you're like, fuck, it's so expensive, and I can't find it. And well, if somebody had told me that before 11 years ago, you know. Like, all my problems would be solved.
That's right. Then you don't have to find the perfect gift.
But then we have other people's kids. Like, I've got family
that's
with
true.
kids, and you
That's
gotta
true.
like, you know, you can't be like, fuck Santa, you know, like, you can't do that.
And then
You
it's
kinda
like
have
that certain age of where they're really difficult to shop for.
Addison is that age right now.
Yeah.
She's about to be 11. Okay. Her birthday is December 23rd.
Yeah.
So we have December. All right. So this is like literally her birthday starts December 1. And she's like, it's on, bitches. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And she gets gifts. Like, y'all, it's obscene. It really is. Like, she gets gifts literally from the very beginning all the way through. I mean, mail, it comes in the mail. It shows up in like birthday form. It's insane. And then we have like 4 Christmases because divorced family, you know.
Yeah.
So we have like Savannah Christmas, which even if we don't get there, they send stuff, you know. So we've got Savannah Christmas, we've got Christmas with Eric's family, and then she's got Christmas with us, Eric and I, like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
And then she's got Christmas with her dad's family, like usually the Sunday before Christmas, like the extended family. And then she has Christmas with her dad. And it's like a smorgasbord of it's insanity. And so this year I'm like, I'm not buying you things. I'm buying you some clothes. And you're going to get like, you know, vouchers to spend time with me. Poor kid. She's going to be like, what is this crap? No.
I don't want this.
Preteen angst. No. Yeah. That's how she's going to harm me, like emotionally. Like later on in the year, she's going to be like, oh, you wanted to go movies? No, Mom. And like, and I'm just gonna be like, my baby. No.
I found cash is just easy.
Yeah, cash is easy. You know. People are like, it's impersonal. I'm like, who needs personal? I can pay my bills.
What you want.
That's right. Or pay that water bill before they cut it off. Whatever, it's fine. Right. You know, I mean, not everybody has means.
Yeah. I feel like there are definitely like people in your life that super easy. You can find that gift and it's like
100%
done.
Yeah.
And then you have the hard people where it's like they just buy the things that they want
throughout the year. That's Eric.
Yeah.
He just buys stuff throughout the year. So I'm like, just buy things you want and give them to me so I can wrap them and stick them under the tree. I mean, we're very, very romantic at Christmas. It's like, we don't care. Yeah. But I'm that person who, like, when I go Christmas shopping, I find all the stuff that I want. I'm supposed to be shopping for other people, and I'm like, but Mama needs new boots. You know, it's fine.
In the cart they go.
If I'm gonna be paying this credit card bill for the next 3 months, like I'm gonna get what I want on it. Yeah. So, you know, but
do you do the Black Friday shopping?
Not like other people do it. Like I don't wake up at 4 a.m. or whatever. Like I don't do any of that shit because now you don't have to. They start Black Friday like
Wednesday
last week.
Yeah, that's true.
They did. I mean, I get so many inbox things that are like Black Friday, and I'm like, is it a trick? Is there going to be an even better deal on Black Friday than there is right now? And no, there's not. I tried that one year and there was not. They just ran out of everything.
It's like people watching, like
it is
Super Bowl.
Oh, it really is.
It's just like
if you can stand the crowds. And you're not worried that you're going to get shot in your mall. Then it absolutely is. Grab a Starbucks, take a seat near Santa, and watch the shit show because it's amazing. It really is great. You see some really messed up things. Yeah, really messed up things.
Like people fighting over things that you're just like, you're going to fight over a towel,
right?
Is it really that much? Like it's $2. I get that's a great deal.
I mean, people get in actual like fights. People get so mad about things.
They get trampled. Like, it's crazy.
Speaking about people getting mad about things, did you read the thing on Facebook after the Brown episode? Did you? I showed that to you, right? Yeah. So we had an incident, a person, I guess, a hater, if you will.
Drinking that haterade.
After the Brown episode. So I think we all know what the Brown episode was.
Yeah. If you
haven't, then you need to go back and watch episode 3. Yeah, it was 3. Yeah. Go back and watch episode 3 because, it was a doozy. Dookie? Anyways, so we had this person who, you know, messaged on a public forum and was kind of like, how dare you, you know, talk about your client and you don't know what's happening with them medically and yada, yada, yada. So we need to make a disclaimer. You're wrong. First off, yes, we can, because HIPAA says the only thing we can't do is identifiers. So we can't use your name, and we got to like eliminate any like obvious identifiers. So if your identifier is that you shit in my trash can, like, I'm sorry, that's on you. It's on you. I mean, if your friends look at you and they're like, it was you, like that's your MO. Like that's not on me, that's on you.
Yeah.
Secondly, we actually do extensive intake forms and inpatient consultations because we need to know, because of the type of work we do. This isn't a spa. It's not, we rub you for an hour, love you long time. It's not like that. It's literally like in-depth clinical work. And a lot of times we have physicians, physical therapists, chiropractors, things like that who are sending you to us. We have a lot of people who are post-surgical. So we actually have to do a pretty in-depth medical intake. So we know a lot about your medical history. Yeah. And anything that you omit
is on you.
That I need to know is on you. And if you omitted that you leave solid chunks of your person behind in trash cans because you have you lost your faculties, I think is what the actual word was. And I was like, don't think that means what you think it means. Yeah. Because that means that you lost your ever-loving mind, which may be temporary insanity and that looked like a toilet. I don't know. It's not for me to judge. Except for the fact that I had to clean it up. So I'm going to judge. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you leave it for me, I'm going to judge. That's all there is to it. So FYI, we will, but nobody's going to know it's you.
Yeah,
so just sit back and listen and enjoy the ride, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's also our personal experiences too.
Right.
And so like that's not going to change how we dealt with things.
No,
and
not at all.
I think, as massage therapists, like you do things that are
outside of the norm.
Yeah, that doesn't happen to somebody on a daily basis.
Right.
So
like if you're an accountant, nobody's going to be like, hey, I kept my underwear on because I'm on my period.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that, which, okay, you guys.
We've got people who
with the TMI.
Yeah.
With the TMI. I get it. I do. This is a very personal thing. Yeah. And that was another thing that person mentioned was that massage is a very personal thing. And they are not wrong. Right. It is a very personal thing. And you get very close to your therapist and you tell them all the things because you're comfortable with them. I mean, they touch you naked. So, it's good that you're comfortable. But for God's sakes, guys, ladies, people, there are some things that we do not need to know. Yeah. I mean, I don't need to know if there's a little bit more cheese on your fajita. Don't need to know. I don't need to know. I've had clients that have told me, oh, yeah, I'm on an antibiotic. I have a yeast infection. And I'm like,
yeah.
Thanks. Didn't need to know. Now I just feel gross. Yeah. Like, I get it. You want me to know all the things, but that doesn't affect your massage. It really doesn't. And again, the I left my underwear on because I'm on my period. And I'm just like, okay. And are y'all noticing that it's mostly women?
Women are weird.
We're oversharers. I feel like it's like somebody commiserate with me because this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter found out today that being a woman truly sucks.
Yeah.
She had health class.
Yeah.
At school.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
So I've had these conversations with her and I'm me, so obviously these are pretty blunt,
right,
medically accurate conversations.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. It fucking sucks. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But she gets in the car. So she comes to the car. And I'm, sitting in car line listening to like Murdoch Murders on the podcast, and so she comes to the car and the guidance counselor is the one like opening her car door and she's laughing. And Addison is like white as a sheet, looks terrified. And I was like, what happened? Are you okay? And she goes, why did you let me watch that video? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I have no idea. I'm like, what are you talking about? What?
Who let you watch her podcast?
What video? I know. I totally, for a second, I was like, is she talking about the podcast? Like, oh shit. Like, I really did. I thought like one of her teachers saw it and she got in trouble or something. So yeah, I'm just like, oh fuck, deer in headlights. And the guidance counselor's laughing and Addison goes, we had health class.
Oh.
And I was like, oh baby. I was like, yeah, but you're all right. And she's like, there were pictures. I was just like, oh no. And she's just like, and I'm like, oh yeah. Well, today was probably not so bad. Tomorrow will be worse. Because it will.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow they get like in depth with everything.
More pictures.
More pictures. You need to prepare yourself now. I don't know if they show live birth in the public school health classes, but they sure as shit did in the private school ones.
I don't remember.
This is what you have to look forward to. Don't have sex. You know, like truly, it was, you want to talk about traumatic. It's like watching some stranger baby crown out of some lady's. Yeah. I can't even call it a lady garden at that point. It was like the pit of despair. I don't know. Aww. It was just like, I don't want
to see that.
I don't want that to happen to me. No. Yeah. So for a really long time, that worked. Until the hormones truly kicked in, and then it was like, fuck it. Whatever. So I did tell Addison in the car, I was just, because I'm that mom and I'm just such a jerk, but I was like, yeah, so, you know, just remember that, because she made the comment that like boys don't have to deal with anything. She's like, that's not fair. Like, girls have periods and we have to have babies. They don't have to do anything. And I was like, you keep that in mind, young lady. Next time some dude is all like, I love you, be like, fuck you. You don't have to have babies. And then run away. And she's just like looking at me and I'm like, I mean, you know, don't curse at him. That's rude. Yeah.
But it's the truth.
Like, what kind of mom am I? I don't know. I'm just like.
I mean, she's still young enough to where she's got some time before. I mean, I hope she's got some time before like little kids are doing that.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Like, I think some of the kids in our class have like boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff. But like, she's over there like, can I have a boyfriend? I'm like, no, you can have friend boys. That's what you can have. You can have friend boys. And she's just like,
friend boys.
What? And I was like, boys that are friends. You're allowed to have friend boys. That
yeah,
no boyfriends. We aren't doing that.
Friend boys,
mount up.
No,
wait, no, don't mount up.
No.
I was thinking of the song where it's like a rap song.
I was thinking like a symbol, like the Avengers, but yeah, don't mount up.
I was thinking more about a rap song. But anyways, I was probably listening to stuff I shouldn't have listened to. It was like old school 90s, like hardcore. Anyway,
it's the best.
It really is. Like when you need to like get your shit together. Mm-hmm. Regulators, man. I mean, come on. Seriously? You don't. Scott's over there laughing. He knows. Okay. He gets it.
Erin, you're like, old. I get it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
I'm so thankful for you.
Bitch. She just called me old, like in the meanest way she could. Like, oh my God. Speaking of old, we're going to roll this right into the main topic for today.
Yeah.
Which is old school thought processes about massage. And what do you think?
I mean, I know the answer to this.
Oh, right.
Because
we kind of discussed it.
We had a discussion.
Disgusted. They did.
Pregnancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just tell me your thoughts, Dominique. What myths are there surrounding the old mess, the mystery of pregnancy?
Well, listen, my favorite is when people think that you are going to put them into labor with one little button. And it's like that's
the magic eject button.
Yeah. And it's like, yes, pressure points. But you don't realize how long you have to massage those pressure points for it to actually like really do anything. So the thing that really cracks me up and okay, so let me, again, disclaimer, I don't want hate mail, but whatever. The whole miscarriage thing anyway, like first off, I've had 2, so everybody calm the fuck down real quick because I'm about to talk about it and people are gonna get mad. But most people don't even know they're pregnant for like 6 to 8 weeks usually, and that's like early knowing. And so you coming in to get a massage in your first trimester, whether you know you're pregnant or not, people are like, oh my God, don't do it. They're going to give you a miscarriage. Okay. I don't think normal activity like walking, running, having sex, getting a massage, going to your gym, doing any of those things has ever in the history of ever caused
a miscarriage. Like, I don't think there's scientific evidence, like, for sure saying that's what did it. Normally it is, a fetal anomaly. The egg didn't implant properly. There are a million reasons that are actual medical reasons that are proven and scientifically proven. And I don't think anybody's ever gone to court and been like, that bitch gave me a massage and caused my miscarriage. And it actually was the reason, or it actually stuck. Like, there's never in my research been a lawsuit that actually went to fruition because of a massage, causing a miscarriage. And I can understand people being like, I'm just going to not so that I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
But you're doing pregnant women a huge injustice, a huge injustice.
But if they're uncomfortable, then I'd rather them just wait.
If they're uncomfortable, yes. But if you're propagating inaccurate information and scaring the crap out of people, I mean, think about that. That's just not right. And okay, here's another thing. If that could cause a miscarriage, how about your husband or significant other or whatever rubbing your feet? He doesn't know shit about shit. He doesn't know there are acupressure points in your calf and on your ankle and right next to your, butt crack and all this stuff. Like, he doesn't know all that. Right. He's just like, fun time, or whatever. Yeah. And that's not causing miscarriages.
Right.
And
I think you would rather want someone who knows what they're doing versus just spouse helping. Well,
I mean, but even them doing that, that's not going to hurt you. And so one of the things that I was talking to another medical professional, like an actual doctor, like, we're professionals, but a real doctor. So I was out of our scope. Right. So I was talking to her and I was like, what's your take on it? She's an OB, like baby doctor. So I was like, what's your take on that? And we were doing this while I was explaining to her too that vibrating speculums would be a killer business move. So she's laughing and everything. And I'm just like, I mean, this is during my exam. So, I'm having this conversation. And I was like, so tell me your thoughts on massage and pregnancy. And do you think that it causes miscarriages? Do you tell your patients that and everything? And she's just like, no, that's stupid. And I was like, this is why we're friends. Yeah. So, she went on to state something that, I had not even really previously thought about. But she's like, think about a fetus or an implant, even right at the very beginning, implanted egg. So an embryo. She's like, think about it, where it is. It's low down. Okay. It's not up here. It's way down here. And it has layers and layers and layers of tissue and muscle and fluid and all these things
protected.
like buffering it, protecting it. And it's teeny, tiny. And she's like, do you honestly think you going is going to dislodge that? And I was like, oh, that's an excellent point. I was like, so basically, unless I'm tap dancing on your uterus, you good. Okay. You're okay. Yeah. Now, she did go on and say, and again, medical disclaimers, she did say that there are some instances where it's not recommended. And obviously preeclampsia is one of those. Mm-hmm. Placental previa is sometimes, not always, but sometimes, and super high blood pressure and things like that.
High risk.
Yeah, high risk. And that's the thing. If your doctor says that you're high risk, I'm going to err on the side of your doctor. Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and be like, nah, bitch, get on the table. Yeah. It's fine,
But a lot of times with high risk pregnancies, they have to be bed, they have to stay in bed
instances,
for most of it.
In some instances, 100%. Or they have to very strictly regulate their activity and everything. So I don't think a massage is really something you're going to do.
Right.
How about not laying on your stomach when you're pregnant?
But if it's at the beginning and you don't know, I mean, it's the same thing as if you are pregnant and you don't know and you're still going out and drinking.
Right.
It's well, you didn't know.
No harm, no foul. I mean, in you hope.
Right,
you hope.
Right. But it's still
100%.
The same thing.
But that's, you'll get schools, massage schools that are saying, literally propagating these
don't massage
inaccurate things that say, don't do this. This is bad. You're going to hurt somebody. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The thought that there's a magical eject button on your ankle or your calf or whatever is ancient, truly. I mean, it's back from when they didn't even know anything about any of this. And, if that were the case, then why the hell can you come in the middle of your pregnancy And the end, like, why? Why are you allowed to do that if I can just be like, whoop, ha ha, baby time, you know, slip and slide. It's not like that. It's so much more difficult than that.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Hopefully.
I don't know. My mom was like, y'all came right on out. I'm like, God, Mom, don't, TMI.
I don't want to hear that.
TMI.
Yeah.
No. But, you know, that's one of those things is like, you know, yes, with prolonged, acute stimulation of certain things. I guess the little divot in your ankle, and they're talking about that little like divot right next to your Achilles tendon and your malleolus. You know, I guess that could maybe stimulate some contractions if you did it for like a really long time, like really hard, which to me would just be annoying as shit and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I have actually, talking again to professionals who know, have found that stimulating the nipples is probably one of the most efficient ways if you're trying to do something like that, because it produces oxytocin.
Right.
Which then, of course, but again, the professionals have even said, that's a whole shit ton of stimulation, and like you better bring the lanolin or something because you're going to chafe. I remember I was pregnant with Addison and I was like, get this baby out of me. Yeah. And they were like, this is something you can do, you know? Right. And I was like, I don't know.
Of the things.
That doesn't sound as much fun as it sounds. It's, no. But a lot of it is common sense, you know, like maybe deep tissue's not a great idea during pregnancy, especially on the legs,
right?
Because blood clots might be an actual thing, you know. And so if you know like physiologically what's happening during a pregnancy, and you have common sense, you know, and the doctors aren't like, it's high risk, you should probably not do that, then yes, of course, come in, get a massage, you're fine.
Yeah, you
are fine.
And if someone's really concerned about, you know, it being at the beginning of their pregnancy and not wanting to lay on their stomach, like we can do side
Of course,
lying.
absolutely. We'll bolster you up and do all the things. Like you'll be comfortable and you'll be safe. But here's the thing. No one who's pregnant comes in for a massage not wanting one.
Right.
It's not like they're coming in and they're like, I don't really want this. I'm super scared, but
someone's forcing
you know, like nobody. No, they're like, I want you to fix this.
Yeah,
like,
my back hurts, my hips hurt, my
back hurts, my hips hurt, all these things. And you know, yes, we're gonna do that. And I've even had pregnant women ask for like hot stone work and everything, which. That's something I won't do when you're pregnant. And mainly that it's not because we're going to like hot box your baby and turn it into like, you aren't going to turn it into an oven or anything like that. But raising that temperature is not necessary, like systemically raising your temperature. If I did use it, it would be like on a specific area, like your neck. Like I could use it, you know, right here on your neck for a very short duration of time. But like, I'm not going to have you under hot blankets. You know, like turned on and everything. Like, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to, you know, stick you in a hot tub or anything like that. But, you know, you can use some heat in certain areas just for relaxation purposes. But I'm not going to be like, oh, sure, let's do a full stone work down with all the deep tissue right on your belly. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. So.
I think one of my favorites, too, is when people don't know, like, about the side lying position. They're like, oh, you just have a giant hole in your table? And it's like, no. Because, like, you have to think that not every belly is the same.
Thank you.
But also, like, I feel like just, like, crazy. The belly hanging would be
oftentimes, now, there are tables that have the divot in them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go all the way through. Like, you're not free hanging. It's just taking the pressure off of here, but so it's sort of suspended.
But if you have, like, a small belly, it might be just, like...
The other thing is, like, the pillow system, where, like, there's a cutout in the pillow, and you're, like, kind of almost up over the table in a way. But you're bolstered all the way through. You just kind of fit into it. And I think that's even creepy, because then I'm like, how the hell do you roll them over? How do you roll them over? Yeah. You know, like, that's not, you how do you do it? Yeah. I'm sorry, you're going to need to get completely up. Oh my God, that reminds me. Speaking of pregnancies. So I had a client once that was pregnant. So, okay, it was a lady. Shocker. So I had a pregnant client, and this was years and years and years ago. And was when I was working out of one of the houses that I lived in and everything. I had a home office. So there's no one else there. It's just me and her, you know, and... So when you're pregnant, sometimes even after you've had this baby, your bladder doesn't communicate with you the way it should. You know, sometimes you're like, I need to pee now. You know, like it's one of those things where it just happens. So she's on the table and we're talking, you know, and I'm working on her. And I was actually working on her belly at the time. And she's like, I think I need to use the restroom. I was like, okay, sure. She's like, now, and gets up, streaks through my house, butt naked. Naked as the day her baby was born. Like, just, and I'm just like, okay, she had to go. Cool. Yeah. So I'm just kind of sitting there and I'm like, should I wait outside the door with like a sheet? Like, what should I do? You know? And I'm like, I don't want her to feel uncomfortable with me like right outside the door. You know? So I'm just waiting in the office. And a couple minutes later, you know, I hear the door open and she's like, Erin? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I know I just ran through your house naked, but I don't really want to just walk back into there, into your office naked. Can you? And I was like, do you need, like, there are towels under the sink. I'm like, right. Just grab some that it's fine, you know? And so she's like, okay. So she grabs like a towel, and of course they're like just little bathroom towels. They aren't very big, you know. I mean, they're just like the regular, like these, you know, like just a regular, right? And so she's just kind of like, and so she's walking down the hall, and I'm in the office, and I could hear her coming, and I was like, I'm just gonna turn around and face the wall, you know. And she comes in, she's like, I feel like such an idiot because I just like totally streaked your house, but now I'm shy. And I was like, it's cool. I was like, don't worry. Soon everything's going to be on display for your doctors and you won't care anymore. Right. Like, oh, this will go away. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, just, it's just the things, you know. Yeah. That was probably one of my favorite naked moments because it was just hilarious. Yeah. Because she did not care.
It was like unexpected.
She did not care. She's just like, And I was like, see, that's what I want. Not somebody that'll shit in my trash can. Yeah. Somebody that won't pee on my table. Like, that lady has morals. Good on her. Good on her. Yeah. I liked it.
I've never had that happen to me.
Have you had any like weird TMI things?
I mean, probably. I just put them out of my...
You're like, I just block it off.
And sometimes I'm just like, whatever.
I think a lot of stuff happened because I was in my house.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people were just like, no one's here. I can just let it all hang out or whatever, you know. Or I was in the office. Like, I was a single therapist and there weren't other people around. Right. So it was just kind of like, I'm just going to let my freak flag fly. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
I bring that out in people.
Yeah.
Dominique.
I mean, like, I have like a lot of...
Scott's over there with his freak flag.
Woo! Woohoo! Like, I've seen a lot of pregnant women here, but it's never been... I mean, there was a few that were like very close to due date, and they were just like, I hurt everywhere. Please, just fix me. Like, until baby comes out, and it's like, absolutely, I got you. And it's like, here's 87 pillows. We're gonna make you as comfortable
like we're gonna make you as comfy. And then they lay there and they're like, can you do this at my house too? Yeah. I'm like, yes, boo. I'll come home and I'll show your husband how to set you up. It's all good.
Yeah. But I mean, even
that should be a class we offer. Right? How to bolster your very pregnant wife.
Yeah.
So that she loves you.
But I had one. I think she was like 3 days away from her due date, and it was just like, you know, anything you can do to help speed out the process. And it's like, it doesn't work that way, but like, I'll do what I can.
Oh yeah, they always ask. Yeah. They always, can you do that thing with the ankles that like makes the baby come out? And I'm like, first off, I don't want you going into labor here. Right. You don't want me delivering your baby.
YouTube how to deliver a baby.
I know. Like, hold on, Tom, I need the YouTube.
Let me hold her legs. Like,
that's
But I mean, even then, I think it was like she was even past her due date. Like, she didn't go on her due date. She ended up going after, and so it was like clearly, you know, myth.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's one of those things. But
you have an hour. Like, I didn't massage the ankle for an hour, but it was just like, here's a few more extra minutes on it. Like,
you know. Okay. And we're done. Okay. Because truly, we don't want you to go into labor on our tables. Yeah. They're not made for that. I don't think we could clean that out. Just, no. Just burn it.
I never look at this room the same.
Dominique would be like, I need to switch offices with you because I can't. It's haunted now.
You see those shows and they're like, I got to deliver a baby today. No,
Dominique would be traumatized forever. She'd be like, I witnessed the destruction of somebody's lady garden. This was horrifying.
Take me out forever.
Somebody's sex trophy ruined my life. Yeah, we call kids sex trophies here.
But maybe in the moment it'd be like, this is beautiful.
No,
but I don't think.
Okay, there's not anything beautiful about that moment.
So my sister has 3 kids.
Like physically beautiful about that moment. Emotionally, it's very beautiful.
Right.
It's the beginning of a new life. But physically, it is not.
Yeah.
It is the volcanic eruption of bodily everything. It's, God.
No. See, my sister had a C-section with her youngest, which is my niece. And I was like, can I be in the room? And she was like, I'll have to ask, because I think it was only like one person was allowed.
Right.
And I was like, well,
maybe her husband, baby daddy, whatever.
Me know. And so she came back and she was like, yeah, you can be in the room. And I was like, oh, yes. I was so excited. And so, they have the sheet up and I'm holding her hand and like the nurse comes over and I was like, can I like stand up and look over the sheet? And she's like, absolutely. But if you feel like you need to sit down, like just sit down. And I'm like, okay. So I'm holding my sister's hand. I was like, I can see your guts.
You're like, I watched Dr. Pimple Popper. This is fine. Dr. Pimple Popper. I can't say that fast. This is fine. I can watch this. Yeah. Oh.
But it was crazy because it's like all of the intestines out.
Oh yeah. Like you could see all the stuff, like all of it.
Yeah. And it's like insane. that fascinated me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was so into it. And then when they pulled my niece out, I was just like, oh shit. Like there's my niece. And it was just like looking at my sister like, you did it. And she did not feel great because like the anesthesia did not.
Oh no, it's not.
So she was like
terrible.
getting sick and she's like vomiting. And they're like holding the
and
bag
shaking
for her. And
all this stuff.
Look at this.
And I mean, can you imagine vomiting while you're like literally dissected
you
and like
see like the contract? And I was just like, I can't stop staring at this. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then they take my niece and they're like, okay, here she is. We're gonna go put her in this incubator.
We're gonna clean her off and all the
they're like,
things.
do you want to come over? And I literally just let go of my sister's hand and was like,
see ya.
And they're like cleaning my niece and I'm just like looking back at like the surgery table and I'm like, oh my God. See, fascinated.
Yeah. So when I go to get the hysterectomy, I'll be like, y'all need to have her in the room so she
I'll hold her hand and I'll just look over the curtain.
I know, I think I'll be like completely unconscious during that one. But
perfect. I'll still hold
she'll
it.
Film. Oh, look, it's laparoscopic. They're going to pull it out through That's what they did with my kidney. Yeah. So it was a robotic laparoscopic surgery.
That's crazy.
And I'm sitting here thinking like kidneys are retroperitoneal, right? So they're going to come out of your back.
Yeah,
like that's
cut you open.
I'm like sitting here thinking of every like creepy movie I've seen where somebody wakes up in like an ice bath and they've got the big old cut on their back, right?
Yeah.
You know, because that's how you know somebody stole their kidney.
Right.
Like, okay. So I wake up later on post-surgically and I'm just like, why doesn't my back hurt? Like, why does my abdomen hurt so bad? Okay. First off, they put tools in here and here. So I've got like these 2 little teeny scars here and here where they like went in. And then they pulled my kidney, like, which is a fairly decent size organ, you know, out of an incision like this long. What is that? Like an inch and a half? I don't know. I can't do metric. I can't.
It's like 2 inches, man.
Yeah, I don't. Lucky Eric. No. I can't measure at all. So anyway, like this long, 2 inches. No. I don't know. Sounds good. So I know he's really gonna like leave me forever after this. But so they pulled it out and it's like by my hip. I'm like, how in the hell do you pull a kidney out of somebody's hip?
I haven't heard a thing you said.
After that. Okay, everybody was thinking it. So, you know.
Like, how big is this?
Like, how big is this? I don't know.
1 inch.
At least I wasn't like 6 inches, right? Like, come on.
That's what you're supposed to do. Put them in their place.
Oh man, every man everywhere is like, shit. Oh, damn. They know. It's lies. It's all lies. But yeah, it's like crazy how they can do that. And then my brother, when they were going to put the kidney in, they didn't do it the same way. Like, it was a big, like, hip to navel cut. And they had to, like, reattach all kinds of stuff and everything. Because it was a little bit more involved, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. With mine, they were just like, clip, later.
Was yours an easier recovery?
I think so.
Than his?
Yeah, I think so. Because he had that big-ass incision and had to learn how to work with a lady kidney. Like, I don't know. I still call him every time I, like, ovulate. Because I'm one of those weird people who knows when it happens because I can feel it. It's like some little gnome stabbing me with needles. It's awesome. So I call him and I'm just like, so, hey. How you doing today? And he's like, I'm fine. Why? And I'm like, we're ovulating. And he's just like, you are so creepy. And he hangs up on me. Yeah. And then I call back laughing like a hyena and everything. And I'm just like, hey, you're a transsexual. You got girl parts. And he just, he's just like, I don't think that's how that works. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's fun. It's fun to say.
So there you go.
So
I gave you this kidney. You can at least be thankful.
He is. Almost to the point where it's like, okay, stop. Like, it's okay. I don't need, like, your firstborn or anything.
But Erin could be both feminine and masculine.
It could. So. Trust me, I hear that all the time. Because people are constantly, like, they'll text me, and it's like, A-A-R-O-N. And I'm just like...
Aaron.
Aaron. And I'm like, all right, I don't mind it. But at the same time, I'm just like, spell check your shit. Like, come on.
Especially, like, if it's your email, it's like you have to spell it. Like,
it's like you have to do it right to do the email.
To see my, like,
and then your greeting is like, hey, Aaron. And I'm like...
It's like, really? You couldn't take the extra 2 seconds to... Okay.
So I'm an English major. Like, I got a degree in English. I'm a bio nerd, but an English major. Yeah. And so it drives me crazy to see how lazy we've become as a society with our spelling. And Scott's over there texting, and he's probably like, shut up, Erin, But Aaron, he's changing my name on all of his contacts as Aaron. But, like, it is. It's very frustrating to see. And especially when you get, like, professional emails and things like that from people. And there's just, I just want to go after it with a red marker, send it back and be like, try again. I will respond when your stuff I'll is respond corrected. When you get an A.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm that person. Yeah. It drives me crazy. Yeah. It probably drives everybody else a little more crazy. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, you're taking the time to write this email. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But also, like, put a little effort. Like, I'm that person that will talk to text in the car because it's safer, but then I have to read it before I send it while I'm driving. So it sort of defeats the purpose because for whatever reason, my car thinks that I say things that I definitely don't say. Yeah. And when I say fuck, I do not mean duck at all. And that's really annoying. Yeah. And, Siri needs to quit doing that. So. Yeah. Siri don't know shit.
She doesn't. I'm like, come on, Siri. Come on. So are you going out of town for Thanksgiving? Or are you staying here?
I'll go to Charleston for the day, and then I'll be back here. Yeah. So go see my fam.
Nice. We'll be here, and then we're dipping out. Going to Tennessee.
That'll be good.
For a 3-day car wreck. Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Ooh, that one's tough.
That's the tough question.
That's a tough question. That is a tough question because I really love Thanksgiving food, in general.
Okay, split it up. So your favorite, like, dinner item and then your favorite, like, dessert item.
My brain just exploded. All right, we got to split it up even more. So when you come to meat, turkey or ham, It's ham. Turkey. I'm sorry. No. I know turkey's like the super traditional thing, but unless it's a honey baked turkey breast, I'm kind of like, or a fried turkey. I do like fried turkey
all the way.
But
that's what we did.
That's only if you don't put it in frozen. Don't do that.
We have
it's a bad idea.
The infrared, which is like the frying,
the fancy turkey fryer,
but it's not with any oil, and it's amazing. Highly recommend. You buy the injection.
Yeah.
You're just like,
oh, no, I love injecting the turkey. We do that when we fry them, too. We're just, It reminds me of that movie with Blade where they're like, chew, and they like blow up. It's great.
Oh, see, I feel like I'm a doctor inserting both.
So you're just like we're going to make you so pretty. You're going to be so pretty.
ridiculous.
I could see you doing that too. That's awesome.
Just like, hold on. We
missed a spot.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I love turkey, but ham has my heart, you know, and it's probably not great for my heart, but whatever. It's okay. A nice honey ham. Oh, so good. Yeah. But if you throw gravy in the mix, then I'm going to go with turkey because that's just, you have to. As far as sides go.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
it's
stuffing. No, it's stuffing. It's stuffing. But okay, there's a difference. It's not dressing.
I was going to say, is
not
it
dressing.
dressing?
No, it is stuffing. If it was stuffed up a turkey's butt, I am here for it. Like,
okay, so that is
here
stuffing.
for it. Yeah, that is stuffing. Like, that is the best thing ever, especially if you injected that turkey with all your like little stuff, because it gets into the stuffing. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I love stuffing. Eric's a big fan of mac and cheese.
See, I'm a big fan of mac and cheese too, but it has to be good mac and cheese. If it's super dry.
My kid is the weirdest kid on the planet, because if it is not Kraft mac and cheese, she's like, that's fancy mac. I don't want it. Like, legit. Okay. She's just like, I don't want that kind. That's too creamy. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? So, yeah. But let's see. There's another thing I really like too. Oh, sweet potato souffle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's basically a dessert. But it's so good.
Because it's sweet.
Yeah. And it's got all the pecans and the
I like mashed potatoes.
Do you like them with lumps?
Not a lot. Like, if it has like a few.
Like, if there's a lump or who.
Right. But I like them like really buttery and just like creamy.
I'm going to tell you a secret, and you're probably going to cry a little inside. But the way to make like the creamiest mashed potatoes in the whole wide world, put a tablespoon of mayonnaise in them.
I mean, that's not. I put sour cream in mine.
So good. Well, you also put sour cream in later, but like before you like mash them up and everything, if you put that in, it makes them like silky. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But you can't taste it.
Right.
Yeah.
I like mayonnaise. I mean, I'm not eating it by the spoonful. But
I
like,
mean,
if it's
like, who are you to judge?
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
Okay. So dressing. What about dessert?
Stuffing.
Stuffing. Yeah.
It's a toss-up for me between pumpkin pie and pecan pie, but
has to be made right.
Has to be made right. So pumpkin pie is not the same thing as sweet potato pie. All you non-Southern people, it is not the same thing.
Say it one more time for the people
in the back. For the people in the back. Sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie are not the same thing.
Right.
Stop it. And pecan pie, pecan. It's pecan, okay?
Pecan,
like all of you people who went with pecan because you didn't want to sound like you were saying pecan, y'all need to calm down because it's pecan. Say it like the God meant to. Your God meant to. God, why can't I talk today? It's like I'm
struck bliss.
Blah, blah, blah. It's all the things. You got me talking about food. I'm like salivating.
Yeah, right.
I'm so
like,
hungry.
I can't wait to eat.
I'm just like, I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has to be made right. And chocolate does not belong in a pecan pie. It doesn't.
I like pumpkin. I do like a good apple pie though. But if I had to pick, if I was like, you can only get one slice, I'm going pumpkin all day.
Okay. Whipped cream? No whipped cream.
All the whipped cream. I want like.
Are you that kid?
100%. But I also like, it's not just a dollop on the top.
Right. It's like all over. She's like shaping it out, putting stuff on the sides.
That's
like,
right.
Done. Masterpiece.
I do like a
little
good
cinnamon
Cool Whip.
on top. Like,
yeah.
Well, see, Cool Whip is like, I'll eat that shit out of the container.
Or Ready Whip, whatever.
Yeah, Ready Whip's like whatever. That tastes funky because of the aeration or whatever. Cool Whip is where it's at, man. I will legit eat that right out of the tub. I don't even care. Like, I'm sitting there and everybody's like, other people have to use that. And I'm like, shut up, it's fine. Like,
this is my Cool Whip.
This is my Cool Whip. Y'all have another one.
That's right.
And it's a little one. Like, this one's the big like, Mama Jamma. And I'm like, this is mine.
Yeah.
Eric tries to hide it from me in the freezer. And I'm like, that doesn't work because that just makes it better.
I've sniffed it out.
I know. I will find it.
Yeah.
Like, I will.
I do like a good cheesecake, too.
I love cheesecake. I am an advocate for cheesecake, but not on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
No. That's a Christmas dessert.
Any sweets, I'm like, I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, fat kid at heart. You put anything in front of me and I'm like, yes!
I'm always the one who does the baking side of things.
I can see that.
So, like, the pies, I usually do, like, cookies and things.
Nice.
So, but this year I'm like, I just don't want to do any of it.
I made all the things one year. Like I did one for like 25 freaking people.
Yeah.
This was literally like my husband had told me like 3 weeks before that he wanted a divorce. And I was like, I'm cooking Thanksgiving for everyone. We had already had that planned. And I was like, okay, well, we're not doing this right now.
Right.
Because it's the holidays and we're not doing this right now. So
pause
on that. You're going to have to put up with my shit for a little while. So, and I did. I cooked for a ton of people. We had like appetizers and this whole meal. I did a turkey. Well, I didn't do the turkey. We did like 9 turkeys that year because his mom and stepdad always did a bunch of turkeys and sent them home with everybody. Like, you get a turkey. You get a turkey. Everyone gets a turkey.
Here's your thank you.
Right.
Turkey
Thanks for coming. Here's a turkey. It was insane. It really was. But it, like super nice, you know, because they'd get them like on Wicked sale. It was like 13 cents a pound or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they were outside doing all the turkeys because they're frying them. And I'm inside making a ham that I made in the crock pot, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So I've got ham in the crock pot. We've got mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, squash casserole, mac and cheese, peas, cream corn, like gravy. I think there was a broccoli casserole that somebody brought, and I was like, who brought this? Yeah. Because, you know, like there were a few things. Somebody brought rolls because I don't do that.
Yeah.
And then stuffing, like we did a roasted turkey so that we could have the stuffing.
Yeah.
Because that's how you make it. You know, but yeah, it was a huge thing, and like had all these appetizers and everything, and so many leftovers.
Yeah,
but that was a good one. That was a great one. I love to cook, and that kind of food especially. I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm here for it, because then I'm eating all of it.
Yeah,
and I'm that person who has special Thanksgiving pants.
It's called leggings.
Don't judge me. No, I wear leggings every day. I need special Thanksgiving pants. Like I'm gonna look about 6 months pregnant by the time this is over. Like for real. This is, you know, this year I'm not gonna be able to do as much this year because it's small, and we're going out of town right after. And I told Eric I was like prepared because he calls me this morning, and he's like, so when I get home tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and start packing for the trip. The trip is Thursday afternoon. And I'm just like, you're going to start, what are you packing? Like, outdoor gear and the side-by-side. This is all we need. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know. And so he's like, no, I got to get everything ready. And I'm like, I hope that part of that is prepping like 3 or 4 coolers because I'm bringing all this food with me. Like, this is not going to waste in my fridge.
Maybe
like,
it is.
I am going to be like on the trail with a turkey leg. Like,
slow down
so I can eat this turkey leg.
Honey, you want anything from the cooler? We got turkey legs.
I've got stuffing. No, when we were at BNI last week, actually, I was so mad because we had our Friendsgiving and it was amazing. Like our caterer went all out, and we also had people that brought stuff and everything. And there was stuffing, and I didn't know about it until I had already filled up my plate. And I don't do this at this meeting usually. Like, I actually dress like a real person, and I look pretty a lot of the time. And sometimes I look like this, and it is what it is. But that's just because I couldn't get home or something. But I had this plate, like, full. Yeah. And I sit down, and I'm, like, doing a happy dance. I'm like, oh, there's all this stuff. And I was so excited. I'm about to take my first bite, and I hear somebody go, damn, that stuffing's so good.
Best
What?
I ever had. Best
What?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, I mean, this was like...
Looking at your plate like, did I get
I know.
something?
And I'm just like, the goblin is like, what? You know, and I'm like, what? Stuffing?
Did you go back and get some?
I went back to go get some, and it was gone.
Oh, shoot.
I almost cried. Like, and especially because, like, there are 5 or 6 people around me who are like, oh my God, that stuffing is amazing. And I'm like,
you're just like walking around with a fork looking at people's plates.
oh my God,
like,
I was so mad. And like Rob's boss or Eric's boss was subbing for him that day. And I looked at him, I was like, did you get stuffing? And he's like, no. Like covered. No. So wrong. So wrong. So yeah, stuffing. If you guys want to send me something nice, don't send me stuffing. Don't do that.
Just gets like a bunch of stuffing.
How are you going to ship that? That's, I don't feel like that's something that needs to be sent through the mail. I'm going to be out of town. Don't ship stuffing here. Like, it's not a good idea. Y'all will get it and eat it. Oh, no.
I'm picky.
Did you take the weekend off?
Yeah. I'm a picky eater, so, you know.
I get that.
Textures. And also, like, if
Addie's
people
the
bring
same way.
stuff, I'm like, I don't know what your house looks like, and I just don't trust that you don't.
I
have
don't know if you live
80
like a gargoyle or not, so I'm not
like,
going to eat your food.
Some people have like a bunch of cats that like lay on the counters and like eat.
I have a cat. She will jump up on our counters, and I'm like, nah, get down, you know. And then she like, and then I'm like, all right, murder mittens, are we about to fight? Yeah. Like, it's a whole thing. But then I clean my counters,
Yeah,
so
but you're like one of a few people that I'm sure will like do that. Like they're okay. Go on.
So
TikTok.
I thought she was about to say, you're one of those few people that I won't eat anything that you make. You never know what I'm slipping into that food.
Right. But I'm just saying,
like, some laxatives in your pie. No.
But I'm just saying, like, there are some people who just don't care, and like their cat can be chilling next to like the raw meat, like sniffing at it, and it's just like, that's disgusting, man.
Or they make trash can pie.
Yeah, and like I don't
Like the Help.
No.
Trash can pie.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
Of course.
Okay, so you're getting that reference.
Yeah.
You were pretty stoical, so I was like, wait a minute, that was funny.
Immediately went to like the poop in the trash can and was like, you could have made your own pie, but
Nah, it's a true story. No.
I did see one of my good friends sent me a TikTok, and it was refried beans, really close to pumpkin pie.
No.
And so he made it, and it looks exactly like pumpkin pie. And he was like, "Let's see who is like the poor soul."
That's so wrong.
I'll have to send it to you, but it's like it's pretty gnarly because it looks exactly.
I
like a
am
pumpkin
now
pie.
having trust issues. I don't know if I'm going to be able to trust you to make me any pie ever because I feel like you would totally do that.
Okay, I can't say I would never do that because I totally would, but.
All right, you guys, if I come back on here one day and I'm like, Dominique got fired, like now y'all are going to know why.
There's nobody sitting here.
There's no one sitting there. It's just me. And I'm like, we had an issue. Like there was a problem.
I am no longer thankful.
I am no longer thankful for my strong hand.
Oh, weak hands.
Your weak hands gave me refried beans. What's wrong with you?
I thought it was pie.
I thought it was pie. So wrong. That is so wrong.
Yeah.
But now I seriously want to prank somebody.
It's like doing the
Especially if it was cold. Oh, cold refried beans.
Well,
Oh, God.
I mean, it was cooked. Like
Yeah, yes, I know they're cooked, but you got to chill it. It's a pie.
Right, but it's like cake pops.
Yeah.
It's like doing the Brussels sprouts and like dipping it, and so when people or like the candied
is so
apples instead of an
wrong.
apple, it's a raw onion.
Oh, we are
See,
gonna
I told
like.
you, like I'm an asshole.
We're gonna wreak havoc come Halloween.
It's like I like scaring
We'll
kids.
talk to Billy and be like, hey, we need to do a neighborhood, like a whole complex wide trick or treat.
Like one of these candied apples is not
like
an
the
apple.
others. One of these is not like the others.
Yeah.
Who's gonna find it? Who's gonna find it? You win a prize. No, you don't. Sorry. Now you're sad.
You're just like watching, waiting.
I know. Like so excited. Like, somebody's gonna cry.
Yeah.
I kind of do that in session too. I'm like, somebody's gonna cry.
Cry, bitch.
No, we really don't.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
We do not do that. We do not do that.
Yes, we do. So anyways, we're hoping that you guys don't set your houses on fire by trying to fry frozen turkeys,
Right.
or, watching Uncle Cletus shoot off fireworks or something. Like, don't do that. It's not the holiday for that. We hope y'all are all safe.
Yeah.
And that you get to eat all your favorite things and,
Safe travels.
safe travels. And that you get to be around, the people that make you happy.
Or
Dominique's not going to be with me this weekend, so I'm sad, but whatever,
I thought you were
You
going
make me
somewhere.
sad. No, I'm being sweet. I know. It's
She's
just
not
like,
going to be with me, so I'm going to be so happy.
I know this is really unusual and you don't recognize
That's
it,
right.
but I'm being sweet.
right.
This is my sweet face.
Yeah.
Yes, it's sort of like my regular face, but the horns are hidden.
That's right.
So, yeah.
They're just brushed back.
That's right. You just brush them back. It's fine. It's fine.
Perfect.
So like us, follow us, share us with your friends. If we bring you joy, then we'll probably bring up the fucked up people in your life joy too.
That's right.
Because birds of a feather.
Yeah.
We all,
That's very true.
we all laugh together. So definitely check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Also, we are on
Spotify and
and
iTunes.
U-tunes. God, guys, I don't know what it is today. I really don't.
She can't get her mind off the stuffing.
I know. I'm like, ooh, I'm so hungry now. So Spotify and iTunes. Like us, share us, friend us, send us comments, requests, haterade, whatever. Like, you know, we like to hear from you guys. Mostly because we laugh at you.
Check out our website.
Definitely check out the website. It's www.massagemechanicsSC.com. And yeah, just, you know, check us out.
Yeah.
Join us as we get naked.
Not actually naked.
I always feel like you have to throw that one in there, like, but not
on.
actually.
The clothes are staying on.
Metaphorically naked. It's not as fun as it sounds. But anyway, happy holidays.
See you in a few weeks, right?
Yeah, couple weeks. Yeah. It'll be a little while for the next one, so just hold your breath till you pass out.
That's right.
Bye.
I kind of wish I had like a turkey costume. I could have been like,
Yes.